use headphones for best experience. Thanks for your fantastic support. Hi, welcome to another video. And first I'd like to show you that there are a lot of new content on audio streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and my latest releases are listed as audiobooks here, as you can see. Roman Empire Map and History. So there will be a lot of new releases here during the fall. So check it out if you want to listen to my content, audio only. Today I would like to try this puzzle game. As you can see, it's already completed because I still haven't used it, so it's still exactly as it was when I bought it. But my idea was to just do like a classic puzzle game. I bought a couple of puzzles some time ago. The first one was Germany, that I bought when I was in Germany. At some point, it was probably a couple of years ago, with the intention to make a video of it someday. But I still haven't tried it. And then I bought like a lot of more puzzles because I like the idea. I still like the idea, even though I haven't yet tried to make videos about it. So then I bought a couple of more puzzles. For example, this one. And I thought I would like to start with this one today. My latest videos have been all about Europe. So I thought it could be nice to try something else. let's start. The first one is Kansas. As you could see, this is a puzzle of the states, all the 50 states of the United States of America. Okay, I wasn't aware of this. You actually get some help with the shapes here in the background, as you can see. Kansas. Looks like it should be here. Here I can read Dallas and Houston. So this must be part of Texas. Here somewhere, perhaps. There. Colorado. Isn't that one of the very square or rectangular states? But this piece was not exactly rectangular. You can see the dotted thin line showing the state border. It's completely straight lines. Here we have the Pikes Peak, close to Colorado Springs. Very high mountain peak, 4,300 meters. It's much higher than I've seen on maps of Europe, for example. I'm not sure about the Alps, but I've been looking quite recently on maps of Sweden and Norway. And in Sweden, the highest mountain peak, Kebnekaise, is just over 2,000 meters. In Norway, it's 2,500 meters. I was looking at a map of the Pyrenees, where there were a peak a bit more than 3,000 meters. But this is like even 1,000 meters more. So Colorado looks like it should be here, next to Kansas. Missouri. Jefferson City is a yellow colored city. I wonder if the yellow ones are the capitals of the state. Could be. Missouri looks like it could be here. And here's Arkansas and a little rock. The yellow circle here. Then I look for pieces that can be here in this area. Oh, here. Arkansas and what's this? Billings. This was not an easy one. But the calendar here looks like it should fit in here somewhere. Not the Great Plains, more the High Plains or close to the Rocky Mountains, or maybe the Great Basin. This yellow, brown, light brown color. Here must be. South Dakota, with a city or town, Pierre. Let's look for the next one. This must be part of Mexico, and also I recognize the shape here. So it's just south of California, the peninsula in Mexico, Baja California, I think it's called. And here is California. Should be here. The western coast. Most of the west coast here is actually not in any piece, it's on the frame, as you can see. All the way from Vancouver, Canada. Yes. Oregon, or Washington, Oregon, coast, Salem, Olympia. Can be seen already on the map. Here is another part, another piece of Texas. Texas was here. There we have it. Still not any yellow city in Texas, so I guess we still have to find the piece where the capital is. In California there's actually Stockton that is yellow here. I want to check Stockton. On Wikipedia. Stockton is a city in and the county seat of San Joaquin County. Does it say anything about like capital? I don't know even if it's called capitals. The states in the US, state capitals, USA. Capital cities of the United States, including places that serve or have served as federal state. Yeah, list of the state capitals. California. It should be Sacramento. Okay, then I guess I was reading this a bit wrong. So Stockton is the red circle here, yeah. Because it's Sacramento, that's the yellow circle. Yeah, I was a bit confused when I read Stockton, so that's why I had to check. Okay, so now at least I know that they are called state capitals. Here is Illinois. And Illinois is here. Isn't this area called Midwest or something? The state capital seems to be Springfield. In Missouri it was Jefferson City. In Kansas, Topeka. Here are some parts of the Great Lakes. Lake Huron, Lake Erie, as you can see. So this is north of the United States. Should be here. So yeah, here it is. It's part of Canada, Ontario. Here it says New Hampshire, but I don't think this is a map of New Hampshire, because here you can see the seal of New Hampshire, and maybe remember from the start of the video when you could see all the pieces, and also you can see them here. The seals are listed here of all the states, which state. So the map where it says Junio, I don't know how to pronounce it really. Junot in French. Is it like Florida, perhaps, or West Coast? Juno. Is it like where the peninsula of Florida starts, anyway? Or no, here it is. Ah, now I see. It's Alaska. But Alaska is not to the north on this map. It's like put here to the south, because there weren't enough room on the frame to put Alaska on its actual place. Here's Oklahoma. With Oklahoma City. So already we have a lot of the Great Plains here, and the High Plains. Here is Oregon and Cascade, part of the Cascade Range. So now we're on the west coast, here, close to the west coast. Here's Washington. Must be the base in the corner here. And you can see the entire Cascade range here. Another seal. It says Indiana and Alabama. I think this must be the first seal, because I think they were listed in alphabetic order. Then it started here in the upper left corner. I think it started with Alabama. And here also you can see the square, the extra frame showing Alaska, Fairbanks. Must be in Alaska. Okay, here. So I have to learn to pronounce the state capital of Alaska. It's located along the coast here, the southern part of the state. So here it looks like it should be close to Mexico or something, but it's actually here. Yeah, outside the map here. North Carolina and part of South Carolina, I guess. And the Appalachian Highlands, mountains, part of it here. And two state capitals, Raleigh and Columbia. Columbia, not Columbia. Those should be a bit to the east. So, yeah, here. Then we have the Appalachian Mountains here. Here it says just Dakota, but it can't be South Dakota, so it must be part of North Dakota. Here, you can see. Next, there's Michigan. And I think it's the west. No, it's actually should be like this. North, south. Michigan is like two parts, upper peninsula, the lower peninsula. So should be here somewhere. Yeah, here it was. So even more north, located more to the north than parts of Canada, as you can see. Here is New Mexico. With Santa Fe. And here's Idaho. Boise, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The state capital. So Idaho should be here somewhere, I know. It's part of the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, here. It's also say Rocky. And here it says part of the word mountains. So Let's see if we can find more pieces of the Rocky Mountains here. Here's a piece without any state labeled on it, but it's a state capital here, Helena. It looks like it could fit in here, so that could be not North Dakota, Montana perhaps. Next is Utah with Salt Lake City. Also here somewhere, yeah, here. Even more letters of the word Rocky Mountains. Here I found a piece where it said Montana, and it fits perfectly here. Here's Wisconsin. I know it's close to Michigan somehow. Yeah, here. There are two state capitals here. Madison, that I would guess is Wisconsin's state capital, and then St. Paul. But it's very close to the next piece here, and I'm not sure exactly now what state this is. I have to finish this puzzle before I know. Here's Nebraska. Also it says plains, and on this one it said Great, so we have the Great Plains, where Nebraska is, and the state capital, Lincoln. Here it says Alaska, I guess, part of the name Alaska. So then it should be here. Okay, so the A in Alaska was actually outside on the frame. Here it says Louisiana to the west and Mississippi to the east. A lot of information on this piece. It says Rouge, no, Baton Rouge and Jackson, two state capitals, so I guess this one is for Louisiana and this one for Mississippi. Also the river Mississippi floats here across this piece and ends up here in New Orleans. And this must be the Gulf of Mexico then. So let's see. Yeah, it was not very hard to see that it should be here. Here is Minnesota to the very north. Okay, so this is probably the southern part of Minnesota. Because, yeah, the state that I said that I didn't know which one it should be with the capital of St. Paul. It's probably Minnesota's capital. And here's Wyoming. Casper, not the state capital, but the city. And here, yeah, also it was part of the Rocky Mountain word here. So now it's completed. And there was a state capital here, Cayenne. But it's divided into those two pieces. And here's Kentucky. With the state capital Frankfort. This piece looks like a car almost. Kentucky should be here, yeah. Northwest of the Appalachian Mountains. Here's a piece showing the Atlantic Ocean. So it should be here somewhere. I think we just have to, or I have to check the shape, which looks like it fits in here. And next is a piece of Nevada. Great Basin, it says, and Sierra, some range here starting with Sierra. Sierra Nevada, can it be called that? The cities Reno, Sparks, and Carson City. Looks like Carson City is yellow and the state capital. So it's a border here, you can see dotted thin line, fine line here. It's a border between Nevada and California. And here somewhere the Lake Tahoe should be located. Maybe it's the blue, small piece of blue there just at the corner. I'm saying that because that's one of the few places in the United States where I have been visiting. And I wasn't in Carson City or in Reno, but I remember those cities were quite close to where I were. I was just at the border between Nevada and California. At the lake. Just at the by the lake. So here it should be. Yeah. The range is called Sierra Nevada. And I'm quite sure that this blue lake here is Lake Tahoe, close to Carson City. Here is part of the word New Jersey, Washington DC, and something else, ending with EL. So it should be at the east coast. Here is Hawaii Islands with state capital Honolulu. Hawaii, the big island here, and smaller islands, Kauai, Oahu, Maui. Okay, so Honolulu is not located on the biggest island. It's on one of the smaller ones. I didn't know that. That's details that you these types of puzzles. Okay, but I have no idea where. Yeah, I have an idea now. It's here. It should be far to the west in the Pacific Ocean, but it's placed here on the map. You can see it's yet another extra frame just next to Alaska here. And you can see the beginning of the word was already on the frame. Next is parts of Indiana and Ohio. Both state capitals are here, Indianapolis and Columbus. And you can also see Cleveland in Ohio by the lake, one of the Great Lakes. Which one is that? Is it Lake Michigan? No, Lake Michigan is, let's see, here it should be. The lake is probably Lake Erie, that is already here, between Ontario and the US. So this is actually Lake Michigan, I think, on the other part of the piece. Here is Arizona and also Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is on the border between Nevada and Arizona by the Colorado River. Isn't it here Grand Canyon is located somewhere? So it should be located here. Put here. Phoenix is the state capital of Arizona. You can see here. Here it says Minneapolis. Rochester, Duluth. Minneapolis is in Minnesota, I think, if it's the same Minneapolis that I'm thinking of. And I thought actually Minneapolis was the state capital of Minnesota, but it looks like it's St. Paul, and also it looks like they are very close to each other, Minneapolis and St. Paul. North. I guess it's North Dakota. And here's also the state capital included. Bismarck. Carolina. Yeah, we had North Carolina, so now it's South Carolina. But it was actually just ocean on this piece. Here's New York and Massachusetts and Connecticut and Rhode Island. So a lot of small states here. Albany is the state capital, probably of New York. Hartford could be Connecticut's Boston is state capital of Massachusetts, and also Concord is the state capital of the next state, but let's see which state that is. Here it says Austin and Rio Grande, San Antonio. So this must be the last, maybe it's not the last, but yeah, I think so. The third and last piece of Texas. So there is the state capital. I think I want to wait with the seals until I have all these pieces. Oh, this shape I really recognize. I have done a map of this state. This is Michigan, the southern peninsula. That looks like a hand, like a glove. And the state capital, Lansing. Becomes a bit tricky after a while when all pieces have to be on the exact spot. Here's Iowa, and the state capital is Moines, and sounds French to me, so I'm not completely sure how to pronounce it. And there is Iowa. Next I found Florida, so it should be here, and Jacksonville was already written here in the Atlantic Ocean, and then you can see that the state capital of Florida is not Miami, not Orlando, but Tallahassee, to the northwest of the state. And next is Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C. Does it say there? Washington, and then M.D., and then T something. I expected Washington, D.C., but yeah, this must be something else. And here there are actually 4 state capitals. The MD and D are, must be, are actually short abbreviations for 2 more states, very small states here to the northeast. So it's Maryland and it's Delaware. Then I think Harrisburg looks like it must be the capital of Pennsylvania. And Annapolis must be Maryland, I guess, is that it's Maryland state capital. And Dover is Delaware's capital. And also Trenton should be New Jersey's capital then. Not New Jersey City, not Philadelphia. No, Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania. It's very messy here on the map with the state borders and the cities and the state capitals. But I think we had a piece saying New Jersey already. So I think this is actually the state. Yeah. So New Jersey was this one, and Washington DC is here. And yeah, the other two. Maybe I should look at the pieces now here. Flip them so I can see what type of piece it is. So I want to continue with the green and brown ones and the white ones before I continue with those. Tennessee. Here, Nashville is the state capital. Here's also the river Tennessee, floating from the Appalachian Mountains to, yeah, probably through this state here. Okay, yeah, I found it. It was flipped like this. Alabama, it must be. Birmingham, looks like it's the state capital. And Tennessee River. Okay, Tennessee River takes a turn here to the north, I guess, and connects with the Mississippi River like this. Here's the piece Georgia with Atlanta as a state capital. Here are more of the smaller states to the northeast. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Montpelier, looks like the state capital of Vermont. Augusta, the state capital of Maine. So then I guess that New Hampshire's state capital already is visible here. The one that I could read from this piece here, Concord, New Hampshire. And here's West Virginia and the Appalachian Mountains. Eastern part there. Richmond in Virginia and Charleston in West Virginia. Here's part of Alaska. I can recognize the shape of the coast. Also Mount McKinley. Wow, it's 6,000 meters high. That's such a high mountain peak. Mount Whitney in California. Also a high mountain peak here, 4,400 meters. This piece was not much information. I didn't have a lot of information on it. Just some rivers, some mountains, but it should be the four corners probably here. Yeah, we can also see the fine dotted line here. Actually, I should have showed you in detail, because that was actually information that if I had looked carefully, I could see that it had the four corners of states here. There. With four completely straight lines, or two lines, I mean, across, and make this corner. And here's part of Canada. Here must be Lake Huron, Lake Superior. Yeah, here it says Lake Superior. So now all the Great Lakes are in place. No, not this one. Here I could find it. Lake Ontario. And now I want to find, yeah, this one. The coat of arms. And this one with the flag. So now the upper part of this puzzle is finished. And now I have to focus a bit more on the seals of each state. Here is the piece saying Mexico and also Arizona. Yeah, Arizona. Here was Alabama. So they are both starting with the letter A. So actually that's something I can keep in mind, the starting letter of the name of the state, because here is M, so M is in the middle, so it could be on row number 2, or it could be here somewhere. But here it says, I can say it's the word Illinois here, so the first row is from A to I, so it should be on the second row then. And the third row starts with New Hampshire, so it should be at the end of the second row. It should be here somewhere. Or, no, here it is. Okay. So there must be quite a lot of states starting with M and N. I can see here, because M is here, and N is here, the next row. I haven't really thought about that before. Also something that you find out, that I find out when I do this. Okay, Montana should be after Michigan, so it should be here. Yeah, there. Louisiana after M, after N, so it's on the third row. Sorry, L is before M. Here. New York. N. Okay, it's here on the third. That's on the third row. And California must be in the beginning here somewhere. California. Jersey, New Mexico. N should be after M. Yeah, here. Connecticut and Massachusetts. So C should be the first row. Not there, but here. And here it says Idaho. So I should be here, close to Illinois, that I already had seen on the frame. Oh, this is tricky because I can only see the seeds themselves and not the name of the state. But it says here on the circle as part of the seal, you can see State of Hawaii. So I think I should look for H on the first row. Yeah, because H is before I. Yeah, yeah. And here's a special piece that I already have seen. It's a shape of a dolphin representing the Atlantic Ocean, I guess. Here's North Dakota and Ohio, so the third row after the N states. The last one of the N states. Here's Georgia. And another state where it says the Great Seal of the state of Missouri. So it's G and M. So from both the first row and the second row, I guess. Could be here. Yeah, here. Arkansas and Kentucky. So A is here, should be there. Maryland and Massachusetts. And okay, it looks like all the seals have the name of the state on the border. Great Seal of the state of Ohio, it says there. So M, yeah, here you can see that there are a lot of states starting with M, because on this row they're starting with M, and a whole row afterwards, the road underneath, you're only on the letter O. So only two letters from M and O. Probably that's because there are a lot of north. There are states starting with the word north and also with the word new. And for some reason there are a lot of states starting with the letter M as well. Here, for example, North Carolina, and a state to the, not the west, to the left. It says something here, the Great Seal of New York. Okay. What does it say in the middle? I can't read. It's so small. Do you think I can see it here? There, that text. you seen it? Can you read it? Because I can't. I have to check closer to my eye. No, what does it say? I can't read it. It's so small. Do you think it says? I can show it to the camera and I can see it when I'm editing the video, but I can't read it now actually. My first guess was that it said Belgium, but it's not. This has never happened before, that there's something that I can't read. It's so tiny. Okay, now I can see when I'm holding the loupe very close to my eye. R X Excel Excelsior. That's a word I recognize. I don't know exactly what it means. I want to check this now. Excelsior meaning. Used in the names of hotels and products to indicate superior quality. Yeah, Excelsior hotels. There's where I have seen it. So that must be the word here, and N should be here. Iowa and Kansas. So I is here, but it continues on the second row, so we have Iowa there and Kansas. K, the letter K starts here. Here is Gulf of probably Mexico, I would guess. And you can also see the state of Colorado and Connecticut. So C, A, B, C should be here somewhere. There. Here is Tennessee. Must be at the last row. Yeah, it's not actually the last one on the next to last row. Okay. Minnesota, Mississippi. Two of these states starting with M here in the middle. And St. Petersburg and Florida. The first row, okay. That was a coincidence. So both St. Petersburg was part of the map, and it is actually located in Florida. And then next to Florida is also the seal of Florida. covers Alaska and Alabama. Two first seals. Here is Delaware. That's the Great Seal of the state of Delaware. And here also you can read Mexico, from Gulf of Mexico. So it should be here. And here South Carolina and part of Missouri. I guess it's the last row. Yeah, here. Here's Colorado. And this one was not in English. It's Latin. Voluntatis tve coro. Could not guess the state of that one. Okay, it was Maryland. Maryland has the text on the seal in Latin, I guess. And here are the seals of Oklahoma and Oregon, and two more. Wisconsin, should say there, and Wyoming, it says there. So the last row and the next to last row there. South Dakota and Caribbean Sea. S. Here. And here it says Pennsylvania and Rhode Island. So, next to the previous one. Here it says just Pacific Ocean. Okay, here. And it had to be one of those two, of course. And then the other one is this one. And the last piece is Nebraska's seal. And another seal of a state starting with N. The great state of, let's see, Nevada. So that was fun to complete this puzzle and learn a bit more about the geography and the seals, the states. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Sleep well. See you soon.